Hey everybody, I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down this week's 40 most popular country songs in the nation as they're ranked by MediaBase 24/7 for the chart week of December 16th, 2023. Before I start counting down this week's biggest hits, let's take a look back at last week's top three. At number 3 was Can't Have Mine by Dylan Scott. At number 2 was Thinking About Me by Morgan Wallen. And the number 1 song last week was Save Me by Jelly Roll and Lainey Wilson. Now, can they spend another week at the top? We're going to find out 39 hits from now. First up, we'll get the countdown started with Michael Ray and Megan Patrick spending the third week in a row at number 40 with Spirits and Demons. Falling back 3 spots to 39, here's Dylan Carmichael and Drinking Problems. Holding at number 38 for a second week, here's Old Dominion and Megan Maroney with Can't Break Up Now. Up 2 spots to number 37, here's Morgan Wallen and Eric Church with Man Made a Bar. Slipping a notch to number 36, 8th week in the countdown, here's Sam Hunt with Outskirts. Slipping back a spot to number 35, here's Chase Matthew with Love You Again. Up 3 spots to number 34, here's Lainey Wilson with Wildflowers and Wild Horses. For the third week in a row at number 33, it's Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves and I Remember Everything. At number 32 for a second week, here's Kenny Chesney with Take Her Home. And dropping back 1 to number 31, it's Carrie Underwood with Out of That Truck. In her 10th week in the countdown, she's up 1 to number 30, Megan Maroney with I'm Not Pretty. At number 29 for the 4th week, here's Jordan Davis with Tucson Too Late. Holding at number 28 for a second week, here's Tyler Hubbard with Back Then, Right Now. And at number 27 again this week, here's Thomas Rhett and Morgan Wallen with Mama's House. Slipping a notch to number 26, here's Brian Kelly with See You Next Summer. At number 25, slipping a spot, here's Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton, and We Don't Fight Anymore. Moving up 2 spots to number 24, here's Scotty McCreery with Cab and a Solo. Slipping a spot to number 23, it's Brothers Osborne with Nobody's Nobody. At number 22, moving up 1, Gabby Barrett with Glory Days. And for a second week at number 21, it's Jackson Dean with Fearless. At number 20 for the third week, here's Parker McCollum with Burn It Down. In his 24th week in the countdown, he spends the third week at number 19, Hardy with Truck Bed. And for the third week in a row at number 18, it's Cody Johnson with The Painter. Holding at number 17 for a second week, it's Chase Beckham with 23. Slipping a spot to number 16, Connor Smith with Creek Will Rise. Slipping 2 spots to 15, here's Kane Brown with I Can Feel It. And moving up 2 spots to number 14, it's Luke Combs with Where the Wild Things Are. At number 13, up a notch, here's Warren Ziders with Pretty Little Poison. In its 33rd week in the countdown, spending its third week at number 12, Mitchell Tenpenny with We Got History. And for the 4th week in a row here at number 11, it's Chris Jansen with All I Need Is You. All right, leading off our top 10 for the 3rd week in a row, it's Riley Green and Luke Combs with Different Round Here. Here's a former number 1, tumbling 6 spots from number 3 to number 9. It's Dylan Scott with Can't Have Mine. At number 8, moving up 1, Chris Stapleton with White Horse. Here's a former number 1, down 5 spots from number 2 to number 7, Morgan Wallen and Thinking About Me. For a second week at number 6, here's Dan and Shay with Save Me the Trouble. At number 5 for the 4th week in a row, it's Morgan Wallen and Everything I Love. Leaping 3 spots to number 4 with his very first hit, it's George Burge and Mind on You. Easing up 1 to number 3 this week, it's Nate Smith with World on Fire. Well, here's the fastest climbing song on the chart this week, up 6 notches from number 8 all the way up to number 2 this week. It's Luke Bryan with But I Got a Beer in My Hand. And the number 1 song in country music for the 2nd week in a row belongs to Jelly Roll and Lainey Wilson and Save Me. Until next week, I'm Chris. Thank you for listening.